your partner, these vendors, they want you to succeed. They want you to grow. Why? Because the more you grow, the more money you spend with them. But that's okay because it's a mutually beneficial relationship. The more money you spend with them, the more clients you have, the more ability you have to grow. And it just keeps circling round and round and round, and you keep growing. As your business grows, processes and procedures start to get more uniformed across not only your single location, but if you have multiple locations. As you grow, it's actually easier to operate because you start to tighten up your vendors, start to tighten up all of your support. That being said, I want to talk about how we ensure each location has the necessary equipment and supplies to operate efficiently. And I'm not going to be broad here. I'm going to go directly to the source of every single aspect that we use, and we're going to go through them one by one. So these are the exact vendors that we use. Number one, our pharmacy usually is Rush Pharmacy, which is one of the pharmacies that we use. They're in Orlando, Florida. We use another pharmacy in Texas named Revive, or we also use Artisan Pharmacy. And then to fill in the gaps, we use Tailor Made Pharmacy, Empower Pharmacy, Hallandale Pharmacy. Those are all pharmacies that you can use that are compounding pharmacies, producing medications that you can buy and then have them sent directly to the patients. So we make sure that we have every single location signed up with these pharmacies. And as a result of how big we are able to get GPO or group purchasing option pricing, which allows the group pricing to be lower. Anybody who's tied to our group pays a lower price. That is the advantage of being such a deep and big company. So that's how we get all of our pharmaceuticals. The second thing we do is we make sure that every single company is attached to the same marketing and the same CRM or client relations manager program. So on the front side, the marketing, we use Merkava Group. They are a group out of Seattle, Washington. Phenomenal at weight loss, hormones, cool sculpting, BTL, GLP-1s. They're the top company for machinery, for aesthetics, for weight loss. And we use them across all of our companies. They are phenomenal. We have gone through probably 20 different marketing companies, and they're the only ones that seem to be able to produce over and over, year after year, and do better and better and better. On the backside, DEFCON 1 Marketing. DEFCON 1 Marketing is a client relations manager that is tailor made to the medical industry. Essentially, every service that we do, weight loss, hormone therapy, if you do chiropractic work, Botox, fillers, neuropathy treatments, all those campaigns are already built out for you. Emails, text messages. We can help you make custom voicemail drops, artificial intelligence answers. All of that is tied into our client relations manager system. And the reason why that's important is because there is strong data that shows that the faster that you get back to a client who is interested in your process, the higher chances you have of closing that client. If you wait longer than, let's say, a minute or 5 minutes, it's going to significantly lower the amount of chances that you have to actually close that patient by over 90%. So once your lead comes in, we can set it up automatically that they get a text message or a phone call through DEFCON 1 Marketing to help them follow up with you. So we use that. The next thing we do in terms of our conversations internally is workplace and workplace chat. This is built by Meta. Now, this is going away in 2026. So we'll probably transition to another LMS or communication platform. However, I just wanted to mention it. That's not a vendor. The other vendors I use for, let's say, our social media or our training videos that I've recorded are called Motion Media. Motion Media is a phenomenal company that can do all of your not only social media, but training platforms, classroom platforms, everything that I have here on the Dr. Alex Spinoso website courses. This website, everything has been built out by Motion Media. So I highly recommend them. My accounting company is called ShipShape Accounting. They are our part-time CFO in this company, Genesis, and multiple other companies. They have done multiple nine-figure and even multi-billion dollar industries bookkeeping. We highly recommend them. They were able to take over from my last group and get all the books cleaned up, ready to go, and now getting them ready for financial auditing in the future. Phenomenal group, highly recommend them. Our virtual assistant company is called Bliss Companies Marketing. They're based in Colombia. So they speak obviously Spanish as well as English fluently. They answer a lot of our leads, follow up with our leads. They're even starting to call and outbound for our leads. Great resource, less expensive than having employees in the United States. They work harder, they're more appreciative. We love having virtual assistants as part of our community to help us grow, and you can as well. So if you look up Bliss Companies, if you're in the insurance based world, I highly recommend really only a few services. Number one is if you're in wound care, great. Wound care is great. My company, Accesso Biologics, you can reach out to and they can help. If you have a large company or a large hospital system, we can help with products that are registered on ASP for your treatments. And then when it comes to primary care clinics or pediatric clinics or anything like that, my other company, Summit Health Allergy Solutions. We help with obviously allergy treatments, allergy testing, helping billing for allergy as well, which is very commonplace all over the medical world. So, those are my vendors. When you think about it, most people say they don't have any partnerships in their business. However, you need to realize that every single person that you pay a dollar to in order for you to provide a service in your company is essentially your partner. Why? Because if you stopped paying that person, then you stopped being able to provide the service that you are providing. So, therefore, you have to realize and you have to remember that every single cost of goods is with a partner in your business. And when you think about it that way, you start to realize that your partner, these vendors, they want you to succeed. They want you to grow. Why? Because the more you grow, the more money you spend with them. But that's okay because it's a mutually beneficial relationship. The more money you spend with them, the more clients you have, the more ability you have to grow. And it just keeps circling round and round and round, and you keep growing. So, making sure that you realize that every single person that you pay a dollar to is a partner in your business is a mindset shift that you need to make. And a great way to do this was actually taught to me by Dean Graziosi. And I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to draw a circle in the very center of that piece of paper. Doesn't have to be big because all you're going to do is draw the name of your company within that circle. And then you're going to draw a line out from that circle, multiple lines. And at the end of every single one of those lines, I want you to write the name of a person or a company or whoever that you have to pay a dollar to in order to provide your service, i.e., your vendors. And it's not only just your pharmacy, your CRM company, your accountant, it's also your employees, all of your marketing, your website person, your SEO person, every single one of those people, draw their names down and realize that all those people are your partners. So rely on them on your as your partners. Ask them, "Hey, I'm doing this service with this medication. Have you seen another medication that can be coupled with that you've seen better results?" Ask your marketers, "Hey, I'm marketing this thing. Have you seen where we can market something else that is just as effective?" They want you to win. So asking for help and letting them help you out to make your business grow, they're going to be more than willing to do it because the more that you help yourself and the more that you grow, guess what? The more that they benefit from that because they're going to want you to benefit. They're going to want you to grow. When you have a large volume, you can essentially go to these partners and negotiate for better pricing. Sometimes, if you know you're responsible for a third or even half of the amount of business that goes to a certain vendor, you can even hard negotiate for equity, letting them know, "Hey, I'm going to go across the street to this other company who is offering me equity or a partnership deal in their company in order to bring all my business over to you. If you don't want that, then give me part of your equity." So those are things you can do when you're way bigger. However, when you're smaller, it's good to just make sure that you have good friends with every single vendor. Become good friends with them. They are more willing to work with you. They're more willing to give you terms. They're more willing to lower their prices for you in order for you to really work hard with them. Some red flags when it comes to vendors is people who want to lock you up or create a non compete as a vendor for a year or even 6 months. In our world, especially in the medical field, most contracts shouldn't be more than 3 months, period. If they are more than that, it's a total red flag. not something you want to sign or get involved in. Consulting. You don't want to pay for consulting when there's so much information out there that's free. I mean, look at my website, look at my podcast, reach out to me. I give away so much information for free. Why? Because I want you to grow, I want you to win, because at some point I want you to partner with me and be part of Genesis or Accesso, one of my other companies. I want to win on the backside. I want you to use my pharmacy. I want you to use my CRM. I want you to use those things because I believe in going far together. And that's why I provide so much free content on this platform. Otherwise, green flags are the people who realize that we can all win. If you want to go far, go together. But if you want to go fast, go alone. We all know those people who seem to have been making way more than us, and then all of a sudden their business is poof, gone, or they get found out that they were lying or whatever. Stick to your core values, have integrity, take a lot of people with you. If you want to be a multi millionaire and extremely wealthy, make everyone around you a multi-millionaire and extremely wealthy, and inevitably you will become one too.